7:30 on a Thursday morning, and I'm parked down at Craster on the Northumberland coast. About 3 years since I've been up here, and really looking forward to a lovely coastal walk past Dunstanburgh Castle, down onto Embleton Bay, and all the way down to Newton by the Sea. There and back, 7 miles. A walk me and Mrs. Metalman always say is one of our top 2 coastal walks to do. I was up at 4:45 this morning, so far too early for Mrs. Metalman. We've normally done it when we're stopping either overnight or for a couple of nights up in Northumberland. So for Mrs. Metalman, as well as the walk, she enjoys the hotel experience as well. The forecast is supposed to really brighten up later on. Why not come along with us? So I just parked down at Craster. £9. £9 to park. Fair play, it is all day, but you've got the option of either 3 hours or less. Anything more than 3 hours, it's £9. But £9. So come on, play the game. Anyway, that's the last negative you're going to hear on this video. I mean, look at that. Tide is apparently going out, and about a mile away from Craster we've got the ruin of the 14th century Dunstanburgh Castle, and we've got to walk right past it. In fact, I'm going to send a drone right over it as well. And if I remember to take the plastic cover of the camera this time, I might actually get some good drone footage as well. Yeah, don't ask. But isn't that gorse lovely? Absolutely fantastic. Either way, that's where we're heading. Yes, so walking down here by myself, Billy no mates. Thank goodness I've got you to keep us company. Got the sound of the birds singing behind us, and the sound of the waves crashing in this side of us. And apart from me and you, not a soul about. So back in its heyday, a very imposing sight. So just a ruin there now. Haven't said that, an expensive ruin to get in and visit, but the person that built it back in the 14th century at one point rebelled against the king, so as well as losing his castle, he lost his head as well. It's just so expensive. 1 to park, 2 to get in the castle, and there's not a great deal more to see than what you can see by walking around the outside. Anyway, I did say I wasn't going to moan again, so apologies about that. The sun is trying its hardest to break through. We're going to head past the castle there now towards Embleton Bay, an absolutely fantastic beach, one of the best in the country in my opinion. We'll have a walk around the beach, around the headland, and head towards Newton by the Sea. There's a lovely pub down at Newton by the Sea, so we might pop in there and get something to eat and have a sneaky little pint. Anyway, let's see how we'll get on. And we're just walking around the side of the castle there now. And I'll tell you something, I wouldn't fancy charging uphill here, trying to get into there with somebody shooting arrows, throwing spears, and a bucket full of boiling oil at us. Definitely not. First time I've been out in over 3 weeks. The last walk I did was at Melbrake and Hencoombe, 11 miles. So I had a chest infection when we went. I was on antibiotics, and what I should have done was chill out, do a bit of walking, a little bit of swimming, but basically just relaxing and letting these antibiotics do the work. I thought, no, I've got to get out. And to be quite honest, I felt good when I went out. I think the antibiotics would have been kicking in. I've been keeping myself fit, so I felt really good. But by God, when I got back to the car, I didn't feel good. I was exhausted. The rest of the time at Centre Parks, I just knew there was something wrong. I just felt so ill. And funny enough, I've just finished editing a video of Centre Parks. I've done a review of the lakeside apartment that we stopped at, and also a look around Centre Parks. So if you've never been to Centre Parks or you're considering going, keep an eye open for that video. I think you'll find it very, very useful. I give a lot of do's and don'ts, a lot of tips. But man, when I edited that video, I got a shock the way I looked. I looked absolutely ill. And I thought I might not even put this video up. But then I thought, hey, give your head a shake, man. Who the hell do you think you are? Bloody Omar Sharif or somebody? No matter how bad I look, it will be going up in the next couple of weeks. But the excitement of being away on holiday, we had our, my son, his family there. It really kept us going. But the second I got home, I went downhill really fast. And it was a shock when the doctor saw us. And she says that you've got what's classed as walking pneumonia. Either way, that was then, this is now, so I'm feeling a lot better there now. So we're at the opposite side of the castle there now. We've followed the path around there. The only thing you've got to watch out for on this walk, the path that goes down there, right there, is the golf course. So there's a stretch for about a quarter of a mile where you need to watch out for golf balls. So you can see where the path is, see where the golfers are coming from, and there's the green. So just be aware when you're walking. So lovely to see a bit of blue sky, and we're heading out onto the beach there now. I'll tell you something, this jacket's going to have to come off in a minute. You can feel the temperature rising. And so nice to look back at the castle and see the only footprints on the beach. And that North Sea looks very, very calm indeed today. Either way, we'll be heading around there. So we'll get to Newton by the sea. And I'm just taking my time, just chilling out, relaxing, breathe in that sea air, get it deep down into my lungs. Saturday, I'm going over the lakes. I'm going to see how Mebby's Renadale Knots goes. And if I'm fine with that, I'll get back onto doing Wainwrights that I haven't done before. Because I say I've got another 42 of them. One thing that Millbreak taught us, trying to get Wainwrights ticked off when I wasn't feeling very well, pushing myself because I wanted to get finished by September. That now is not going to happen. It's going to be next year when I do my final Wainwright, and even then I'm going to leave it till I've got about 5 or 6 left to do before I announce the exact day and time, because I really want to enjoy these. And next year it's going to be my 70th birthday, so what more fitting time to do my last Wainwright in my 70th year. And just as I say that, that sun's coming out. Oh yes, more of that please. Well, not only is the jacket off, down to a t-shirt. First time this year. We're getting close to mid-May. Oh, but look at this, man. Nobody else about. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, it's the sound of the sea. Hambleton Bay. Well, if you're enjoying the video and you want to see more days like this, more days out in Northumberland, North Yorkshire, Yorkshire Dales, Lake District, click on that subscribe button and you'll see all of them things. But I tell you something, do it now before you forget. because every Sunday at 2 o'clock a new video is released. Every time I do a video down here, I always get into trouble from the locals because it is so quiet. And understandably, the locals want to keep it that way. Might have a walk over beside the dunes, get my seat out, just chill out. And when I get there, might be a very good time to answer another question. So much anyway. But it's such a pellet. Just so nice to walk down here. And every time you look back, you can see the castle. So I think I'll just plod on. No rush. Plenty of time. I've paid for all day parking. Don't go there. So I'm going to get my money's worth. Not sure what time the pub opens. Building up a nice appetite and thirst. But when you think of the castle there, further down the coast, about 10 miles, you've got Warkworth Castle. A couple of miles up the coast, we've got Bamburgh Castle. And further on, another couple of miles, we've got Lindisfarne Castle. So all these fabulous castles right on the coast in Northumberland. If you go inland a bit, you've got Alnwick Castle, you've got Chillingham Castle. You know, if you're into history, if you're into castles, if you're into glorious coastline, this is the place to come. Well, typically, as I strip down to a t-shirt, the sun goes in. It did get quite warm there. I'll tell you something, I very nearly went topless. It was that warm. I might save that actually for World Naked Hiking Day, which is coming up. So I'm going to go out somewhere quiet and hope to God I don't get caught. Well, one thing that's really nice to see how clean the beach is looking. I mean, it's absolutely spotless. Last time we came here, me and Mrs. Metalman, it must have been in the middle of all the COVID stuff. So we came down here, middle of the school summer holidays. We had a walk along the beach. Honestly, I was sick to death of seeing black dog bags that were full, that people had, fair enough, used to clean up after the dog, but then just dumped it. So this is where I can get locals not wanting too many people to come down. If you get people with a mentality like that coming down and really desecrating a place of outstanding natural beauty like this. So today it has been so nice to see nothing apart from the occasional bit of seaweed. So the sun breaking out again, and I'll tell you something. I mean, I'm not going to get us wrong, I'm not complaining about it, but it is warm, nice and warm. So I think at last, I think summer's arrived, never mind spring. So nice to be back up here again, so nice to be feeling fit again. I think in 2 weeks time, me and Mrs. Metalman, we've got a night booked at the Premier Inn at Cockermouth. But I'll be doing a walk with my brother-in-law. I don't know if you remember, about a year ago, I did mention on one of our walks, he had a real battle on his hands with myeloma, which is a blood cancer, which is incurable, but now life expectancy has rocketed, so you can live with it, and that's exactly what he's doing. So he's trying to raise money, and he set himself a goal of raising £1,000, and so far he's done a series of walks with friends, and so far he's gone way over £2,000. So we're going to do a walk with him. He's never done a weighing ride before, so depending on how he's feeling, we might get one done in a couple of weeks time. When we do the walk, I will put a link to the Maloma charity. Such a really worthwhile cause, and if anybody wants to, is able to help out, even just a couple of pounds, it really would be so much appreciated. Like I say, he's had a real battle on his hands this last 3 years. So positive, and he is really fighting the good fight, is he not? Well, I'm just having 5 minutes sitting down here, admiring the views, and there's a couple of guys out there in a little fishing boat. But maybe it's a good time to answer another question, and I think it was from Steve. It's a tramp in the hills. Bit of a random question, but fair enough, he did ask it, so I will answer it. Have you ever played the bagpipes before? I'm laughing, but having said that, funny enough, I have always loved the sound of the bagpipes. Wherever I go, I hear the sound of the pipes. It really gets my blood stirring. I never knew any of me two granddads. They were both dead before I was born. But my mother did say one of them, I can't remember which one, was Scottish. That means 25% Scottish blood, which may be the reason why my blood gets stirred every time I hear the bagpipes. So hopefully that's answered that. Any more questions, put them in a comment. So just walking off, I've literally just walked around the corner. I can see Newton by the sea in front of us. So I'm going to have a walk in the pub there. Still a bit early, so I'm not quite sure what time it opens, but soon find out. Well, there's the two lads that were out fishing there before, so I don't know what they've caught, if anything. But if you have got something, if it's for the local pub just across there, I'll tell you something, talk about fresh. So straight up off the beach, and right in front of us we've got the Ship Inn. Fingers crossed it's open. So I've got no bait with us.
Watching that try that days ago.
Oh, Wim Hof, yeah.
Oh, thank goodness it's open. Thank goodness the Ship Inn was open. Apparently it opens at 11 o'clock every day, and they do food straight away. And what I like about it is, yeah, they do main meals. It was still quite early, so I wasn't looking for that. All I wanted was a snack, and I did like stuff like toasties and that, like. And the one I got was really nice. Really enjoyed it. Well, despite the lack of sun, it's still very, very warm. So if I didn't have these great big boots on, I would have been very tempted to go in for a bit of a plodge. But either way, tide's slowly making its way back in there now. And I've got about 4 hours to get back to the castle. So no problem at all with that. Just a very pleasant walk back round. Yeah, it's been a really good day today. Thoroughly enjoyed it. So thank you very much for your company. Yeah, so look out for more Northumberland things. I've got a few things in the pipeline. One of them, a wild camp on the coast as well. I'm not saying where yet. Well, if you enjoyed the video, I really would appreciate a big thumbs up. If you want to see more days out like this in Northumberland, you want to see more days out in the Yorkshire Dales, North York Moors, you want to see more days climbing the Wainwrights, gear reviews, hotel reviews, festival reviews, click on that subscribe button and you'll see all of them things, I'll guarantee it. But I'll tell you something, it won't be too long before I'm back out again. Cheers.